Thank you for tuning into the Pre-Patch Podcast, and check out these patch notes.
Okay, moving on to the next one.
I'm interested in this one. I want
So
your thoughts.
So I thought you would be. And this one is level 0 extraction. So this actually has had a couple of betas or demos playtest happen. And I didn't get to play in the other ones, and I played in this one. And what I can say is this is a genre that I think needs something like this, and actually the horror genre is perfect for an extraction shooter. So again, all of our non-listeners or non-listeners, all of our non-live viewers, it is a first-person extraction shooter where you will play as a space marine person, you're basically someone in a space station, or you play as a monster.
Oh, this is that one.
Monsters.
Okay. Yes. You don't have scav. So, in like Tarkov or whatever else, you play as scavs. Like you have a scav run, right? And
the
this
scavs are the monsters.
And so you don't get to get any kind of equipment, but you do get you level up your monster, you will get credits and things of that nature that kind of carry back back and forth.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So when I first played it, me and Pika were playing, and we were playing as the people, right? And the big thing here is that everything is dark. You're in a space station that's been taken over by these monsters, and light is your friend. And so the more like you're seeing me like using a glow stick, like a blue glow stick or whatever else to help light my way, because I didn't bring a fucking or didn't know you could use a flashlight right out of the gate during this one. But you have a flashlight on your head, but the glow sticks, like in an emergency, you can crack it and throw it down, and it will keep a monster away because light damages them. You also have lights that you can turn on in the facility, but they're only available and stay powered on for a short amount of time.
Yeah, there we go. You figured out the fucking flashlight.
Yeah, I figured out the flashlight. But so you're seeing a monster right here. That's actually a NPC monster. You spawn in, I think, Pika, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 2 monsters that spawn in, you and your buddy, or one other person. The monsters somewhat feel overpowered because they can go invisible, they can climb through like these little like
this is that game that gave me the hidden vibes. Yeah, that's what I was saying when we were watching this. I was like, this kind of gives me almost like
cool
hidden vibes with also like a little bit of what's
GTFO?
that? Not GTFO, kind of GTFO.
That's what
actually,
I'm getting so a bit,
But
that's kind of
also
vein.
what's that? Oh fuck! What's that zombie survival game that you have like the dark, like when it goes dark, the like the big beefy enemies. Yeah, Dying Light. It kind of gives me Dying Light vibes with that too. With the light and with the darkness and the light damages them. That's kind of dope.
Light. Does cool. Light damage these monsters?
So light damages the player monsters. It doesn't damage, that I know of, the regular monsters. Now it may. I don't know, because I shined my light directly in their face and it didn't do shit. So, but the other thing about it is, like, you as a monster, you will evolve by collecting these eggs that are around the map, and then as the people, you can go in and destroy the eggs, right, which prevents them from leveling up. So you get a little bit of evolve, right? Like the monster just doesn't start with max out stuff, and every time that they die, the monsters do respawn after a certain amount of time, giving the players a second to like get their stuff together and then try to get out.
That's pretty cool.
The monster abilities are, like I said, they go invisible. They have a screech that's very disorienting. They have an acid spit, which can be used to douse out flames. So if they put out a flare, you can actually spit on it and douse it. Or you can spit it on a player character, and obviously do damage there. And then the other side is that they have a I forgot, like an echolocation, so they can kind of always figure out, well, not always, but it's on a timer where the person is within a certain kind of range. So here's the issues that I have with the game. one, the monsters can be very overpowered, right? Like you can have a situation where you are, like me and Pika were running around and I just ran into a dude. And if you're by yourself, you're fucked. Like you're pretty much fucked. But then also I've also played where I was the monster and people like completely destroyed me, pretty quickly because they just threw down a flare and
Yeah.
now I'm fucked. So there's that give and take. I will say that like the extraction portion seems difficult for a human because like you just saw in one of them there was a certain area where I had to use like a ripcord to get out and I had to have a certain piece of equipment to do so. I couldn't just get out
Okay.
just to get out. You could just go in and like there are ones that are like extractions where you can use like the elevator and get out, on your own.
It sounds kind of like Tarkov, where it's
Right.
like knowledge based.
Yeah.
Like just you'll play and you'll realize like you'll come in with that zip cord the next time, and if you want to extract there, or
Yeah.
so on.
There's also this. I don't know if that's meant, but like there was definitely like a path that you're supposed to walk, and then all of a sudden, like the snow just fell out from underneath me, and I died. So
that kind of looks like it did drop.
It kind of looked
like
purposeful.
That was,
yeah.
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 Like it was
so,
almost a trap, or you had
I
to
mean,
be
maybe
fast.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's like the human side. I'm gonna see if I can fast forward here so you can actually see us playing as the monster.
So can you play solely as like a human or a monster, or do you have to kind of like balance the two?
I mean, you could like if you really just love playing as a monster, you could just play as a monster because you do level up your monster as well. Like your monster gets abilities that as you play, you get experience and all that. There also too as a human, like there's things that you will have like turrets. Like one of the ones we played, Pika and I were going around and like there was this turret that showed up and just demolished me, and then Pika got away. But if you die and your friend is still alive, you actually come back as a drone that can go in and like turn lights on and turn lights off, or you can go in and like activate a health station.
I'm assuming
that's kind of nice actually, because when you die in extraction shooters, typically it's you have to wait for your buddy to get out or die as well, and it's like
I'm assuming
it could be a drag.
I'm assuming that those drones can be like shot down or killed by the monsters, right?
The drones, yes, the drones. No, the drones can absolutely be shot down.
That's what I figured.
And then also the cool thing is that the drones have a light that you can turn on that also hurt the monster. So you kind of get
you can still help out a bit.
You can still help, yeah.
That's actually kind of cool. I like that.
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is VoIP, so you do hear other people talking, so there's that element. Yeah, proximity chat. Honest to God, like I think it's a great. Yeah, I want to keep playing it because I do think it's actually really fun.
Yeah.
Because
this is one of the ones that I wanted to play as well. So I might.
I think I got access. I was gonna download it.
Yeah, the horror element of it is really good. Like you are there and you are fucking terrified because again the lights come on and you're like awesome, and then all of a sudden everything loses power and you're like fuck, and like you're hearing people.
These space station like survival like horror games. Like I used to play a bunch of like Penumbra and what's the other one, Amnesia, but this like puts that into like or even Dead Space. I that's a very close comparison right there. I feel and then puts it all into like an extraction. Sure, I like that.
Yeah, it's again it's cool, and they have they have all the things set up for extraction shooters. You have your vendors that have you different reputations that you're getting different guns and all that. I also here's a turret, right? Like I was like, hey, can we just bash a turret in? And it was like, no, you cannot. And it just killed me. And so now you're going to watch me come back as a drone on there. But, I like also that they have a free loadout that you get. So you can just hit a button and you'll get like a set of so if you end up sucking and dying a lot and losing all your shit, you can hit the free button and it'll just like dump some like very generic random couple glow sticks and like a pistol, right, for you to at least go in and have a chance to do something.
It's kind of like a scav run without the scavs, essentially.
Yeah, and so right now you're seeing me in drone.
Very floaty. Not what I expected.
Cool. Yeah, so and I'm able to talk to Pika and still guide him.
Is the drone loud as fuck as it is in body cam?
I don't know. I don't know. Pika, you'd have to answer Pika, ask Pika that one. Pika was the only one that
shit, and like the entire time I was watching you play that, all I could hear is
and
I was just like, oh, my ears.
Can't stand it.
Well, you're seeing also too where my drone got destroyed.
Pika says yes,
but okay, so then it is still loud. But you are seeing where my drone did get destroyed, but it actually it recovers, right? So they do an EMP that like knocks the drone down and then or gets shot and then my drone recovers. So again, that kind of stuff's smart, right? It makes it so that you kind of want to keep playing. You're not just like, fuck me, man. Like I just died and there's no point.
Right.
Kind of going on. I did want to see if I can get some footage here of the monster. The monster queue does take a lot longer. Because obviously you're a monster.
Everybody wants to play monsters.
Everybody wants to play monster. Here you go. So you are seeing the monster point of view. So again, you're going around. You're seeing these are areas that you're able to kind of go through the vents, and these are eggs that you pick up that will level up the abilities down below. And
honestly, I would play this game just to play the monsters. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I dig this, man. This
is straight up hidden.
Not even just that, but one of my favorite modes in Left 4 Dead 2 was the versus mode where you gotta play the zombies. That shit was so much fun, man. And this is giving me that.
Yeah. And so again,
like I said, I would 100% play this just to play the fucking monsters. If I'm being completely real.
I mean, I'd enjoy playing both, but I like the way this looks.
Yep. And then I was trying to see if I could get it to where you could see, but there was the people glow red that are around you, and again, you can kind of go in Viz, and that's Pika kind of, walking around. And so again, it's fun. It's a fun game. Again, level 0 extraction, the demo is out there. We don't have a release date yet, but you can, play this demo. I don't know how long this will be on demo or if it will just stay on demo. Real quick, what you're seeing right there, it's like those are real people, and they threw down a flare or a light. So I didn't know that I could douse them, but you saw how quickly I died, right? Like light definitely affects the monster pretty quickly.
Interesting.
But yeah, you can it's being published by Tiny Build. They publish a lot of stuff in Dog Howl Games. This is their first
game. A lot of first time devs on here, or at least studios.
Yep. So that was level 0 extraction. Go give it a shot. All right.
Thank you for checking out the patch notes. If you enjoyed this small selection from our podcast, come and join us every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the full unfiltered pre-patch podcast. And check out our past shows on anchor.fm/prepatch podcast.